Over here at Northwest Green Panels. We wanted to do a real quick little tutorial of what to look for when you're putting this in together. Eventually we're going to have a better description of how to do things, but right now I just want to point a couple things out really quick. Okay, take a look at the structure. You have your door and your half panels. This is an 8x8. Make sure you have your half panels, your doors. We want to make sure when you're putting these together, you're flushing these seams out so it's nice and flush. So you'll have somebody on the outside making sure it's flush here, and on the inside you'll be screwing them in. I'll show you in 2 seconds. Put the 4x4s on. They go obviously in the corners. Again, you want to get this as flush as you can. The 4x4s sometimes they're a little bit thinner because they dry out a little differently. There's more mass there, and they'll end up like a 1/16 under. So flush them out to the outside if you can. Real quick. Okay. When you get you have your kit right here where they come together. You'll see there's no bolt in this yet. What we do is we put a screw. We want to screw up here. We'll put 2 in this upper section. So one we call above the T. This is the T right here. So one here, one there, one in the middle, one in the lower, and 2 in the lower section. So you'll have 5 screws holding it together. Afterwards, you go behind it, pre-drill these out, and put a carriage bolt in there. I don't obviously have the carriage bolt in this one. The posts, we're going to put a lag bolt holding it up to lag this to that corner post. That'll make it a lot stronger. The other thing too is when you're putting your truss up, you have 2 trusses. So this one obviously only has 1. We want to center it on here. This comes together as a 3-inch piece. That's 3.5 inches. There should be a mark on the top of your truss that's dead center at 1.75 inches. You want to line that up with the seam, and it should sit back off of the panel about 1/8 of an inch. So you don't want to flush it up tight. It's actually made to be a little bit short. You'll notice that on your gable if you do the same thing. On your gable, when you have your window panel and also on your door panel, you're going to want to take a mark from 24 inches to center, and you want to use that mark to line this seam up. That's how you know that's in the right place. Again, you want to flush all that out. You have all your trusses have a mark on them. I'm going to show you that in another video in just a minute. Come out here with me real quick. On your wainscoting, you have 2 pieces that are what we call a half panel. Those are the ones that are going to go in front. We're going to have a diagram for you here, but we're going to screw them in 1, 2, 3, 4 spots, and then the corner will go over and cover most of it. You're going to do that same thing on all of these panels. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This has the seam cover over it. This will go on after the fact. So after your panels are on, then you put your top plate on, which is this piece here. You'll have to trim that down to size. It's not going to be the right size right out of the gate. It's probably going to be a little bit long. So you'll start off by putting your corners, and then your top plate, and then your seam cover. You want to do that in that order so that you can get it nice and tight and look right. So we center truss. And then I'm going to talk to you in another video here in just a second about roof plastic, your bayless, how to set that up, and the trusses.